good, y'all? It's AYP, you know what I'm saying? Back with another video. Today I'm sitting down with someone who's truly embodies creativity, purpose. I'm here with Genesis, a creative polymath who work span across multiple disciplines with a current focus on fashion elements like design, production, and coaching. What makes her stands out isn't just her creativity, but the way she uses her knowledge and education, uplift the community, and help others grow in their own path. She's someone who blends intelligence, artistry, and intention in everything she does. Today we're going to talk about her journey, her creative process, and how she's making an impact through fashion and beyond. Welcome, Genesis.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm great. That was such a long intro.
Yeah,
I love it. That was so good.
Yeah, I've been practicing those.
I love that.
So,
great warm welcome.
I got you. It's setting the tone.
Yes, I
for
appreciate
sure.
that. That's real cool.
To start off today, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, how your journey into fashion and creativity began?
Of course. So, again, Genesis. I got my name because it's the beginning. My foundation is just being God-fearing in general. So being able to mesh those with my creative talents is something that I've been doing since I was a little kid. I started off with like being a theater kid and then realized I'm like, as much as I love being in front of everybody, I also like the behind the scenes. I like the costume making. I like the process of getting models ready, getting them prepared for show day. And then realizing as time goes on how I can be involved in that, but making sure I had the experience.
I
modeled, I was still in theater and stuff like that.
That's really not to cut you off,
no,
but that's setting a foundation to starting a business. Like you want to be able to, okay, my business is failing. I go to this apartment, you don't know what you're doing. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
With you say you were versatile with the modeling, with making clothes and just being ahead of the creative. That allows you to, any room you step in, like, okay, I could do this. You can set a business from the ground up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I resemble with that for real.
Yeah. So even when I started my bachelor's degree, I was a broke college student and I'm like, I need a new fit every week, but the funds are not matching.
Facts.
So it was cheaper to buy the fabric. And that's when, and me and my best friend also lived together at the time. And she was in school for fashion merchandising, but I was in school for biology.
What school did you go to?
I went to a school in Ohio called Bowling Green State University.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, real small city. It's literally like arms wide.
You from?
And then I'm from Ohio.
Okay.
Yes, but not from Bowling Green. Absolutely not. But yeah, so I just started making my clothes and getting her expertise on what I was making and learning styling things and applying them for events that we would go to because we were really heavy in our Black community there. So
from the knowledge she gave you.
Yeah. We always loved fashion. We've always loved fashion.
Yeah.
But her being in school and then she would come to me at the end of the day this is what I learned today. And then we just apply it. We started making things just because we had the extra time and we had a purpose to wear them to the event.
Yeah.
So we started wearing each other's stuff. And it was just a nice way of being able to teach myself how to sew. So I learned the foundations then. And then being able to build that into a fashion brand now and being a true designer. It's something I didn't think was going to happen, if I'm being honest.
I'm jealous, bro. I'm jealous.
I did not think it was going to happen the way it did. I really thought I was just going to be a model and then that was it because that's what I really like to do. But again, I was doing all of these shows and I'm I just want to.
You can have your cake eater, so you can still model as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the so all be all, you know?
Very true.
Sure,
but then it's it is only 24 hours in the day.
Yeah.
And modeling takes a lot of time, and then designing clothes and making the clothes and engineering them, that takes a long time as well. So you kind of have to choose your hard.
I feel that.
And the hard that I wanted to choose was putting the time into designing so other people could wear it versus me just modeling for other people's things.
Right.
So it's but I needed to be a model first to understand what getting fittings and stuff like that. Yeah. So long-winded answer to say.
It's whatever. It's whatever. We here with it. I got you. Describe yourself. So you describe yourself as a creative polymath. What does that term mean to you, and how does it show up in your work?
So a polymath is a person who has creative abilities in multiple different genres, areas, and diaspora.
Mm-hmm.
Being a creative polymath is encompassing a lot of different things that I've lived a whole bunch of different lives.
Mm-hmm.
And like telling people that I'm just a fashion designer or I am a fashion event producer, I feel like it diminishes what I'm actually all encompassing for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I use creative polymath because it is a term that people ask questions about.
Right.
And I can tell people like what I'm focusing on right now and what they can look forward to. Because there was a certain point where I was like doing canvas painting and then oil painting, and then I was trying to draw and then I hated it. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then I'm like, I want to create events. And then I like helping other people with their events as well. And being like a creative director as well, it encompasses a whole bunch of different things. So
I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that. Like, because I've been trying to. I do multiple as well, multiple things as well. And I'm like, dang, am I a curator? Am I a model? Like you were saying, like am I a designer? Because I have a clothing brand as well.
Yeah.
But that's a new one. I've never heard it. When you said it, like I literally had to like look it up. And like, you know what I'm saying? For real.
It's definitely examines like the versatility that one person can have. Because we're, Pandora's box. East
I got ADHD too. So.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm everywhere. I can do 4 different kinds of things in a day.
Right.
But for one project, you know?
Yeah.
I think that is a word that I want more creatives to use because
you gonna start it, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking it.
You need to, yes.
For
and
sure.
then it helps, and then being able to say like I'm focusing on certain things, it helps find your community that you need for the moment as well. And it doesn't limit you.
Okay.
It doesn't limit you for what you want to do in the future.
Okay. That's amazing. That's like because I feel like that's always been a struggle. Not a struggle, but like, okay, I'm doing this, but I also want everybody to know these other skills I got. But I'm only modeling right now. Like right now I'm in an era where I'm trying to push my brand. Yeah. Like, okay, but I still do modeling stuff.
Which super proud of you.
I appreciate that.
The shoots, the interviews, the photo shoots you were doing in New York.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Those are fire.
That means a lot.
Fire.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
You're a really smart individual. Like I would like to think. Like when we speak, even at AYP2, we spoke, and the way you articulate yourself is really well.
Thank you.
As being a very educated individual, how has your education influenced the way you approach fashion and creativity?
That's a really good question. That is a really good question. Being a STEM major and then working in my field, I'm also a microbiologist. So I really do think it helps me with, despite the ADHD, okay? It helps me with my organization and being able to take a very big project that can look really daunting and be able to strategically put it into different parts in different steps. Because it's about solving a problem. Like even though it's a project and we don't see a project as a problem, it's just a passion, right?
Right.
It's still something that you have to tackle. So seeing that as a problem that needs to be solved and figuring out what steps to take in order to get each part done to get to the big finished thing.
Right.
And now the problem is solved. I think that's one of the main things I take away from meshing the two.
Okay.
I'm also still learning how to be very technical in designing and fashion and learning those steps as well. Because like I said, I was in school for, science. So I didn't learn all the back ends of fashion design and merchandising and things like that. So I had to learn a lot of those things on my own. So having
and props to you, because not a lot of people want to, like, that's the hard part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is what I was going to say.
Right,
I'm like, I have to be on my toes and vigilant about like learning through myself and like teaching myself.
Holding yourself accountability. Also realize you hear me, you still learning. And if you mind me asking, you ain't got to, how old are you? Because I feel like you've done a lot.
Yeah.
And you're really young. I know you're young.
Yeah.
So,
I'm 26.
Okay.
Yeah. 26 years.
For sure. I know you spend your time a lot helping and uplifting others. Why is that so important to you, and how do you incorporate that into your work? Just helping and incorporating others. Because I know it's not just you. Like even
Yeah.
on little things you see in your story, you helping out other people, you posting your events. One, I just want to say this is unrelated. I love the Sims. I love the Sims.
Thank
The marketing.
you.
It made
Thank
me like,
you.
damn, am I being creative enough? You know what I'm saying? So I love the Sims, but
Thank
I'm
you.
saying that to say you never alone per se. Like you always
Mhm.
putting people on. You
Yeah.
know? So yeah.
In order to have community, you have to be a villager. In
Mm.
order to have a village, you have to be a villager. I would be a hypocrite if I asked you, please come to my stuff, please support my things,
Mhm.
and I never support yours.
Right.
I took that to heart very early on. And not just because I want something in return either. And not just I want people to come to my things, but I want people to see that like I'm invested in you as much as I need people invested in me.
Oh,
I can't go far without having the support
That's
of
the community
people around you.
That's
right.
the community, yeah.
So in order for you to do that, I feel you have to make a big emphasis on supporting the people around you and making sure that you're also highlighting their strengths as well. I think for myself in particular, I would say one of my strengths is being a mirror, a creative mirror for other creatives as well.
When you say that, it's what? Just being a leader or just showing people themselves?
Yes.
That part? Both?
But
Both
showing mostly in the context that we're speaking of now, showing people what their strengths are despite their self-doubt. So I believe that a lot of people have strengths that they don't see as strengths. And I want to be the person to be able to bring that out of you and show you that it actually really is
Sometimes
a big
that's
deal.
all you need, though.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, you're never going to see it, or when you first start, if you're never going to see it yourself, like your potential, it's other people that one you probably idolize or one that you respect or hold people to this pedestal.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, boom, I see this in you, for you to finally see it for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's how my team, even for Recycled Heart Creative, that's how my team came about. My first show, I was doing a lot of things on my own by myself. And throughout that time period, people were saying like, let me know how I can help you. Let me know how I can help you. But then when you're in the thick of it, you're like, I don't know how. I just need to figure it out. You know, I just need to figure it out.
Yeah.
And the people that I had on my team, instead of saying, let me know how I can help, they said, I'm really good at graphic design. What flyers do you want me to make? I'm really good at organization and getting people to like be all on the same page.
So it's a certain,
Let me do that.
Certain your skills, essentially. Like,
exactly.
Instead of like, hey, like what can I do? Like, so you can get straight to the point. It's like filtering a search bar.
Yep.
Like, hey, I do this. Like you were saying, I do graphic design. Cool. How can I help with my knowledge and my skill in graphic design?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like why I think it is so important to be involved in your community. And as a leader, yes, on my end, but also as a follower. Like, in order to be a good leader, you have to be a really good follower. And being able to follow someone else's vision is just as important as being able to lead your own. So being able to see what other strengths are so that down the line, when I have the next big thing that I want to have, I'll know exactly who I need to go to because I was so involved in your journey
that goes with experience.
I saw. Yeah, exactly. And like, in order for you to do that, I gotta be in your business. Like, I gotta go to your stuff. I gotta hang out with you.
Facts.
Like,
that's what real community is. I love that because people misinterpret what networking is.
Yes.
And I know we had this conversation at AYP too, like what networking really is. You have to understand the people that you're trying to run business with and just people around you in general. Like, you can't just work with anybody. You got to know like what this person is doing, so I know how we can match and do things and build that genuine relationship.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's like building genuine connections because it feel like friends rather than
you know. Because, and I know people say all the time like, don't mix business and pleasure and family and friendships, but when you know what your boundaries are and what goals that you want to produce and result, I think working with your friends and your family is probably the best thing because they know you and they know how you are when it comes to certain things.
Well, definitely. Like,
I work with my best friend every day and I also talk to my best friend, of course, every day. So I'm like, she knows exactly what I do and don't like before it even has to come to me. Yeah, before it even has to come to me and they need, you know, final approval on things. she's like, she's not gonna like that. Let's just skip that.
Mm.
Let's redo it, and then I'm gonna take these other options to her instead.
Right. Most definitely.
And for a person, and you know, it's important to have people who don't know you as well, because you know, things can get rocky. But at the same time, like, I think for being a creative, I think it's really important to have your friends around you who are working for you as well, because they are able to help with the discernment of what you need to do specifically and what they can take off of your plate as well.
Facts. Heavy. That's I ain't gonna leak too much, but I love promotions and things like that. But I got something coming with the gang and things like that as well.
Oh, excited!
Ain't crazy. Just know, like, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be one of the biggest thing, if not the biggest thing in Raleigh. And I don't just say nothing that I don't mean, or that we know we didn't put the work in.
Yeah.
Like, just look out for that. But for sure.
Trust me.
But heavy on your point.
You gotta boast a little bit. Like,
I just little
just a little bit. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I know what it is. Like, I know what it is for sure. How do you see fashion evolving, and what role do you want to play in shaping that future?
I love this question. How do I see fashion evolving? I think it's becoming more and more individualistic as the days go by. If you have not seen, the Met Gala is one of the biggest like fashion events ever.
Right.
And
if not the biggest,
right? And the theme this year is fashion is art. That's it. And if you were at my show, Recycle Heart, in 2025, that's what
say what it is, my fault.
That's exactly what I was doing. And like bringing the individualism to clothes and doing what you want with them, because free will, you don't need permission to do what you want, you know?
So you think this is going to be a really good Met Gala?
I think it's going to be such a good Met Gala, because it truly can go any which way.
And, you know, it can't be like nothing. But I feel like even before this, fashion is art, which I think for real made them make that theme, people was already doing that. Like, anybody's wearing whatever.
And that's what I'm saying. So, like, the fashion industry used to be, you had to be a certain size, a certain color. Even to be a model, you had to be a certain size, certain color, certain build, certain height in order to be able to walk for these shows, to even wear the clothes that a lot of these designers were making, because they were only making clothes for a size 0 to 4. And how realistic is that right now?
Right.
It's not. So having the individualism being brought back to even fashion design, where we're not making 100 of the same one piece, right? And it's actually individualistic to the models. Each of the models that I had for my show last year, all of those pieces were custom made for them, for their measurements.
Really?
Yes,
really,
they were all custom made for them, because I wanted it to fit them. I don't care about other people wanting to wear it. It's about them at the time, right? So putting emphasis on that, like on a relatively smaller scale in the fashion industry, it's now these big fashion brands, big editors, magazines that are now seeing how important that is for us on a community level, and now being able to take the inspo from us and put it into the Met Gala, put it into museums and things like that. That's where evolution is going in fashion. Fashion has always been individualistic, but putting that on a big platform is a big deal. And I think I'm very excited to see how that goes.
Creators are starting the fashion influencers for these bigger brands, because to your point, you were saying how it took these fashion designers and these people who curate the runways and things like that for these bigger brands to see that and evolve fashion. So you're saying it starts, or not starts, but creators are the blueprints.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Creators have to be the blueprints, because we're the ones coming up with the ideas. We're the ones who are making the trends, the fashion trends, the thick furry boots.
Right. That's always how
we were wearing those. We've been wearing those, right? But like now you're seeing them on Vogue's Vogue India. I just saw that Vogue India, like where they were wearing furry boots. Like, but we've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like we've streetwear. We've been doing that.
It's pop culture. It's also the hip hop culture as well.
Exactly.
Hip hop culture has a big influence on fashion as well, I feel like, but that's also another form of media.
Yes. Yeah. And when I say individualism, I mean solely for the purpose of self-expression.
Mm.
I don't mean individualism when it comes to the importance of community, because
Okay.
individualism is important so you know who you are in a big crowd, but you still need the big crowd.
Right.
You have to be able to bounce ideas off and need support when you need it and ask for help when you really don't think there is a way out. So that's what I mean when it comes to individualism, because
sure. There's a difference.
Yeah, I'm not of the individualistic mindset. Absolutely not.
It's a team. A team is
yes,
needed. For sure.
You need a team.
You just got to know the difference, balance.
For sure.
For sure. And I got a couple more for you. Just a couple more for you.
Wait, did I answer the second part of that question?
You did.
I'm like, we started talking about the Met Gala. I could talk about that all day.
I'm knowing. It's you. It's your bag. That's your realm. That's your realm for sure.
Yes.
For anyone watching who wants to step into their creative path but feels unsure, what would you tell them?
I think that it involves shadow work. Umpoku.
So like internal.
Shadow work, yeah, internal. Like if you feel that you want to be creative, you want to do something in this field whatsoever, it doesn't even have to be designing. It could be helping someone produce the shows, putting something together like that, or being mega behind the scenes. Why do you want to do it? I think is a really good question. Because if you're stuck creatively, you have to figure out, okay, what's holding me back? You need to go live a little bit. Go live, have some experiences.
Right.
That's why I'm like, go to other people's things, get inspiration from them. Go and do things without your phone. Like, I know we need it, but like, go sit outside and just genuinely like observe
That's
the world around you in order to be able to channel that into your creativity. Because yes, social media helps us push what's already been done creatively, but like in order for you to actually make it on your own, you have to observe the world. You have to observe current events. You have to observe current favorite colors of the masses.
Right.
You have to observe
studying.
Exactly.
Life is a big study, bro. Like learning the bits and pieces to make like a final agenda for sure. Like it's studying. You gotta study. It's studying.
Yeah.
Even if you think you just chilling, like you gotta study. It's even like to the point. My bad. You gotta study yourself to know what you like.
Yeah.
Like having self-love and things like that. So it's just a big like studying and understanding and having that discernment.
Like being a forever student is super important when it comes to creativity, because there's always somebody who's doing it better than you. And not better as like hierarchy, but better as in either more efficient or a different style wave, Everybody has something that you can learn from. And this is something I talked about at your event, actually, when I was like, having curiosity and being curious is very important as well. Like when it comes to you wanting to be a involved curator and a creative and pushing your own designs in whatever field that is, you have to be curious about what's already out there and then figure out what you can do to build on top of it. There's like 11 different toilet paper companies.
Facts, and there's mad bread aisles. There's mad bread in the bread aisle.
Like everybody has their cutting edge. You have to figure out what it is. But if you're doing it exactly to the T, like how you are, nobody's gonna. We don't like a copycat.
What you mean, like I am?
No. Not like you. No. I mean, if somebody is doing something exactly like how you're doing it, we don't like a copycat. And your community is going to see your style in the person who did the copycatting. So yes, pull your inspo, but like figure out how to add your own improvement to it. Those are important.
Because nothing is really original, like as far as like you're the first person to think about this.
Like
I feel like once people get that out the way, because for me, that was my thing. I always wanted to be like, I want to be the first to do this. But then like you were saying, going out, experiencing, like really building my creativity, it's like, all right, let's keep it a band. How long the earth been around? Let's be for real. Like, not even to down myself, but I'm not the first to do this.
But it's like, we don't want to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
We just want to add our own embellishments to it. We don't want to, keep beating a dead horse
Right.
at the same time. But if I know how to add a handle to a bag that's already looks good and make it better, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And then that'll be my cutting edge. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
And then you collab with the person you got the inspo from.
Exactly.
And that's where it comes with your community.
And it's also showing, like, giving, like, if you got inspo from somebody, just, be like, hey, I got my inspo from boom, boom, boom. That's not discrediting. That's being respectful.
No.
Like, to one, you wouldn't want your progress to be taken. So it's like,
yeah.
For sure.
Exactly. Even when it comes to my upcoming show, like, it's Sims inspired. I didn't create Sims.
Right. Exactly. And we can talk about that.
Sims.
We can talk about that. I want to, I do have, like I kept saying, I feel like a black pastor. I got a couple more questions for you.
You good. You good.
You could talk a little more about the Recycle Hearts, the upcoming show you have. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. I have a new show called The Musebox Mode. In our first show in 2025, we called it Recycled Heart. And then I created my fashion curation company based on that, and a curative directing company for fashion specific events. And this time I want to put more emphasis on my models. And I came up with the Sims theme because the new Sims was coming out, and I'm like, I want to do something kind of revolutionary. Like, I feel like we always do things where we don't want to see what's behind the scenes, but also I think new fascination with social media is more people seeing what the behind the scenes looks like.
It's because for that, everybody want to feel like, and this could be good or bad, however how you want to interpret it, that they can do it. So seeing the behind the scenes and not seeing like the work before it, it's like, okay, boom, she's a normal person. Like, when, like, it's like differentiating your online persona and your real persona. So they see the behind the scene, they seeing you directing or you putting in the work or you stitching, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's just a normal person. So, like I said, you can take that with a grain of salt, but it makes it relatable.
Yeah, it does.
People love feeling related to, for sure.
And feeling like that they're a part of the creative process as well. So I wanted to involve that in this next show. So the next show will, instead of having models already in what the new styles that the designers will be presenting, we want to show you what that will look like live and seeing the process of putting together an outfit right in front of your face. So you're going to see that at the show. And I wanted to put an emphasis on the fact that as much as we can act like a robot, we are humans and we're not robots. AI cannot do what I do.
Facts.
AI cannot take my job. AI cannot do any of the things that a creative is, brought in the room for. At the end of the day, I am taking bits and pieces of everything and trying to make a cohesive, pretty picture.
Right.
And as much as AI can do that, there will be a level of humanity that needs to be a part of the big picture.
Well, definitely.
And those are all emphasizing things that I want to have in this show. We're going to have some great, awesome vendors, and my models will be more involved with the crowd and seeing everybody this time. The first show I had, it was more of an explanation of the journey of my fashion journey, but they were all very disappointed that they couldn't see actually what everything looked like, because we've been practicing for months.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, we loved it, but we couldn't see all the things that all the people that were out there. They only saw them when they were on the stage, right? So those are things that I wanted to highlight this time. Like the Musebox, which is my modeling troupe, which is home. Their home is through Recycled Heart Creative. Anything modeling, whatever, I shoot those to my model troupe first. And when it comes to my shows, I lean on my model troupe before I lean on everybody else. So because of that, I want to make sure I emphasize that and show people how important my music box is for my design.
They gonna feel that. They gonna feel
Yeah.
that. They most definitely gonna feel that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm just super excited. Like,
All
I
this
just
music
love
box
them
talk.
all.
All that music box talk. When
Yes.
is the music box? like
The
no.
music box mode is March 27th.
Okay.
7 p.m. at the Fresh Collective.
Mm.
Are you gonna be there?
Genuinely, you sold me. Like I don't even want to sit here and be like.
Yeah.
But,
you better be there.
Like, you sold me. Like you sold me.
Yeah. Good.
How much them tickets are like for the people at home? Like how much the tickets?
Okay, so our general admission tickets is $37.77. My favorite number is 7.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And then for VIPs, we have our first ticket tier, which is $47.77, and that includes a gift bag and a free complimentary drink on me. And then that's for the first 30 of our VIPs will get the bag and free complimentary drinks, and then the second 30 will be you get free drink on me still. But you was a little late. You
just wasn't the
so,
first 30.
you wasn't the first 30.
Okay, for sure, most definitely.
Yes, tickets are going very quickly. I'm so excited.
Save a ticket, like
I got you.
Save a ticket. Like, I'm serious, like for real. Like send me the link too, like for real.
Definitely,
For real.
definitely on the way. Hold on.
I'm not saying save me a ticket as in like I'm not gonna invest and get a ticket. Like save a ticket on the side so I can invest.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
For real.
When it comes to events,
I'm knowing.
Like the love of wanting to be there is important, but I need the investment as well, so I can keep this thing going.
I'm knowing. If anybody's knowing, I'm knowing. For sure.
Yeah.
I love this conversation. This conversation was amazing.
Yes,
for real,
I'm so excited to hang with you today.
For sure. One last thing.
Yeah.
Where can the people find you?
So my Instagram is The Bald Savior. I go by The Bald Savior. Everything about me is The Bald Savior. But also my fashion company is Recycled Heart Creative, and my website is recycledheartcreative.com.
Say that. Like I said, this was amazing. It was
so
a pleasure having
for you.
For sure. It was a pleasure having you.
Yes,
you was incredible.
appreciate it.
For sure. That's it.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Oh, that was great.
That was fire.
Yeah.
How long that video though?